Hey guys, it's Gus, and yesterday morning I had finished my last level 4 workshop upgrade. So I have 61 tunes with level 4 workshops, which means I have 61 tunes who now have epic artisans who apply. And since yesterday morning I have not checked, I have on my main, but the other 60 tunes I have not checked artisan applications. So I should have a lot. And what I'm going to do is go through all 60 and see how many or if any epic artisans apply. And this will be extremely boring. It will take about a half hour and it will serve no purpose for anybody except anybody interested in master crafting. So what I'm going to do is go through each workshop and just check each artisan and just keep going, going, going all the way to the end. And then hopefully I'll try to keep track of how many, if any, apply. And if you're interested, just go to the end of the video and I'll let you know. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start off with my first one. And my first alts, they have weird names that don't have Gus in them. And the reason being is I created them a long time ago with no intent of ever playing them or having an all army. I am going to check the workbench for the workbox. Oh, look at that. Right off the bat. Look at. This is oh, this one's actually really good, but I'll never use her because oh, I don't want to. So I gotta go like this. Shit, I gotta delete somebody. Who am I gonna delete? I'll delete her. Okay, so one right away. Talk about false hope, right? Uh, so when I created these tunes, I never thought I'd ever play again. The only reason I got them, why am I doing that? Shit, I need to get my groove. The only reason I created them was to get the artifacts for each class so I could do my collections. And I never thought I'd ever play them, and I still have never played them, but I never knew I'd use them for storage and use them as an alt army because I'd never intended to do that. Because for the first couple years, I was really busy in life and didn't get to play the game as much as I do now. Uh, but that's why they don't have the Gus in the name. I thought I'd never use them, and I do. I still don't. Look at this is so stupid. So we've gotten two already. This is creating a really bad word picture for anybody who thinks this is normal. Mm. But what's funny is that I don't give a shit about any of these. There's only three companions in the entire, or three artisans in the entire game that I want, and I haven't gotten one in over 3 weeks because most of my tunes have a lot of them. So it's getting harder and harder to get the ones I need, but I still have to check every day because if I don't check, and that's the day it would have applied, I'd miss it. I'm only looking for the Latoto. She's an alchemist. Um, Halil Kalim, I think his name is. He's an alchemist as well. And then Alaquium, who's an alchemist, epic. And I have not got one Alaquium yet, except on my main. I got that years ago. But I have not gotten one to apply yet. And some of these characters I made level 4, you know, when I started May 18th, some of them I got, early June. Because I didn't just wait till the very end to start leveling them all up all at once. I did them as I got the Myrrh. So I could start getting the Epic Artisans sooner than later. So we've gotten two already. Now let's see how many we get when we're done. But there's only two companion or three artisans I want. I'm only keeping the epics just in case I need them in the future, which I doubt I will. Because in order to use them for mastercrafting, you'd have to go through and get all the recipes on everything all over again and spend another, oh my god. Look at this one. I do not have this one on my main. I've been trying for years since Acquisitions Incorporated to get this stupid arson, and look at I get it on this alt. Oh my god. How dumb is that? I mean, I would pay tens of millions of AD if I could get it on my main. And I've never gotten it. And I just got it on my alt, which I'll never use. Because I can't. Unless I spend all those, that AD to get all those recipes up, which I'm not going to do. Okay. So we've gotten three epic artisans already. which is making it look like they play really often, which they don't. And if you don't, so there's a couple people that really helped me out with this process because this really sucked. The suck factor was major doing this, and Borker, Dan Chan, Carpo, and Zariel. You know, you guys were all really big motivators to doing this. And, you know, Barker, you know, he knows how bad these Epic Artisan applications are. Dan Chan knows too. So these, we've already gotten three already, which is, I'm going to say abnormally high. We'll see how it evens out after we get through all of them. But I check every day. And a lot of these are fresh level 4 artisans or workshops. So as you get more epic artisans, you're going to have less and less artisans apply later on because you're going to have more and more of them. So at the beginning, the rate seems higher than it is. And there's tons of epic artisans. Most of them are worse than the common and uncommon ones. Only a handful of the epic artisans are really used. I mean, some of them, have a plus 125% commission and their special skills, you have a 25% chance of lowering the commission. It's like, what? That doesn't add up. And in master crafting, you're only going to be going, you don't care about the commission in master crafting. You do in crafting, but master crafting, nobody cares about 4 gold. They're caring about the recycle so they don't waste 24 god ores, right? If you look up god ores, they're 200k each, and some recipes take more than 24 of those. If you fail at that, holy shit. So you're going for dab hand and recycle. So the two skills in master crafting, not crafting, because a lot of people don't understand there's a huge difference. Crafting is generally to make, gold or armor reinforcement kits or stuff for guild marks like gold crates and astral diamond crates. But master crafting is to make big ticket items that cost a lot of resources to make. And the gold is the least important part of the cost. Okay. And if you notice what I'm really liking about these level 4 workshops, when I open this box, right? You see how it's full? Well, it's almost full. It's still crafting these 3 items. If I was level 3, I would have stopped right here. So I would have missed out on these. Because I only checked twice a day, and my workbox was always full, and I was losing out on recipes. So having the level 4 workshop gives me 6 additional things I can craft in the 2 times, if I can check 2 times a day. And this way it takes a long time. If you're just going in, checking your workbox and going through, you can go through all 60 tunes and on a PS5, not on a PS4. Less than 10 minutes or so. It sounds horrible, but how much you get in that 10 minutes is a shitload of AD, so you're gonna do it. So I think we've had 3 epics so far, if my memory's correct. I will not be able to talk this whole time. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. The game doesn't have a whole lot to talk about right now. I mean, there's a lot too, but uh, okay. I'm going as fast as I can now. I'm not messing up like I was when I first started. What's great are if you have macros for this, but I don't know how to do macros on a PS4 or if we can do it on PS4. And this is why checking for artisans is the worst because not only do you have to zone in, you have to zone in to your workshop afterwards. So you're zoning in twice, which basically almost doubles the time it takes. But if you want to get your workshops optimal, you have to do this. And it's very painful. And I'd rather be doing content and killing shit, right? Uh, Master crafting is the biggest. If you want disappointment, you do master crafting. Because I'll go through this whole cycle uh, for weeks. It's been weeks since I got a companion, accepted one that I needed. And you're just disappointed every day because you're trying to get one of those three companions or artisans, and every day none of those three apply. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get one on the air while I'm making this video. On my main, I mean, I check 2 times a day, 3 times a day. I cannot get. I have two artisans that I need. One was that artificer I just you just saw with the 25% recycle. But what's funny is I haven't crafted. There's number four, another useless one. Well, maybe not useless, but I'll never use them. Delete that scrub. Except this guy. Actually, armor 25% double results. He's really good. Bet I'll never use him because I'm not gonna mastercraft on this tune. I only want one of three artisans. So that was four. We've gotten four already. God, this I'm telling you, this is misleading as hell. I don't get four. This is probably the most I've ever got, and I'm not. I'm only halfway through them. The reason I have Caddy summon on most of these is she gives me 3% movement speed, which means I can walk up here just a tad bit faster to make the process a little bit faster. Every one of these I went through. This took me 3 days. Every single one of them have. We're gonna go to mount powers. One of them, all three of them all have three gladiators, Giles, and they all have. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay, I still have to do it. I'm gonna put the 3% movement speed collar on them all. I haven't gotten around to it, but I got like 100 collar packs, way more than I needed. I didn't realize I got so many, but I got them for like 3K each to make a move 3% faster. So when I do this, it just cuts the speed down because this is pure torture. It's pure disappointment. If you can make it faster, it's worth it. But Cadibri is 3% movement speed. And then the three gladiators guiles is 17.5% movement speed. And also they all have this mount fast striding. This one right here for an extra 4.6% or whatever my whatever the movement speed is based off the bolster mount. If I could have done this all over again, you're gonna start seeing I have a lot of trickster rogues. I think I have around 35, maybe 40 of them, and I made them because they went through the leveling process faster. But if I was gonna do this all over again, I would have used Scourge Warlocks because their sprint would just zoom through there, and you don't even have to worry about movement speed. And even if it saves 1 second per, and you do the 60 tunes, you save an entire minute off this process. Yeah, my one warlock I have, I it's nice when I get to do this. It also helps for like the when you're farming the events on your alts, the warlock can really move. Their movement speed is it's a gift. Okay. Yep, we're over halfway done. I think we got 26 more. Cuz when I get to mount 1, I think that's 19 left. I have 6 companions ahead of that, so 25 more. So we've gone through like 35 of them, and we've gotten 4 epic artisans, if my memory's correct. And there are people interested in this. Well, at least one person was. So I'll do that, and if not, this will be something that will be used in the future for anybody interested in crafting. If you're brand new to the game and you're seeing this video, this is a long-term process to build, a large alt army, which means you have a lot of tunes, and then building the workshops on them. The level 4 workshop is an absurd project that nobody should do. It How much it costs and how long it takes will not pay off in the long run unless they don't change the workshops for years. Oops, almost misclicked. I just did it because I wanted to do it. Bork was a huge inspiration for it. It does have pros though, having this 6 extra work spots, and if I can get Alquiniums to finally start applying, he's a minus 75% commission. So if I craft potions instead of 50% commission, which I'm using, I'll get minus 75% commission, which will pay off. Well, you'll make a couple extra gold a day. So if you can get all 60 of them, you'll make a couple hundred extra gold a day. I have yet to get one on my 60 alts. All right, 19 more. Our servers were just down for 2 hours, so I'm trying to get through this because I my battle pass is getting close. Oh, I still have to do my battle pass is close, so I want to try to do a daily or two. I'm trying to do some hunts so I can get the reagents needed for the artifact that unlocks next week if you finish the seventh milestone, the last one. And then I still have to do the hell pit. Even though I bought it out, you want to do the 7 other days because those will all give you a Rage of Flames or Devil's Precision Overload. So if I go do that for 10 minutes, I'll get a Devil's Precision. And those cost, 150k or so in the auction house. So that's not bad for 10 minutes. And I use those. I use Devil's Precision and Rage of Flames for everything, even RAQs. Just because I don't know if I'm too lazy to take it off. Oh, number 5. 25. Look, you have to pay 25% commission multiplier, and you have a 25% chance to reduce the commission to 0. So she doesn't really reduce it at all. And if you notice, they're all like she was a level 1 epic artisan, which is really funny because all my workshops, all my professions are level 1 except for alchemy that's level 20. Couple have leather working. Well, I take that back. Leather working on most of them might be level like 6 or so. Because I started off with leather working because that is the most gold you can make in a day. The problem is that how many hours it takes to do it. And the potions reduce that to just mere minutes a day instead of hours. So was that 5 or 4? Hmm. If you notice, I don't care when I get any of these epic arsons because I'll never use them. I'm just looking for 3 epic artists, or three. 2 of them are blue and one of them is epic. Those are the only artisans in the game I want. Shit, I think that was 5. I think that was 5 epic artisans. That's crazy. That's 1 in 12 if we don't get any more. So that means if you're doing one tune, if you have a one out of every 12 days, so once every 2 weeks or so, you get an epic artisan to apply. If this application rate was a steady constant, which I'm telling you, this is abnormally high. This is not how it normally is when I go through these like this on a nightly basis. And the last couple, that's not a one I need. 25% chance to instantly complete a task. 150% commission multiplier. Shit. So that was 6, possibly 5. You know when you get an epic, they stand out. They stand out immediately. I want to try something. If we get one more epic, I'm going to try to decline it and see what happens. Because I heard there's some type of protection on them. Maybe that's only after you've accepted them, where you can't discard them. So I'm very curious. Well, I'm not very, but I am curious to test that out. It was on a recent patch note. Maybe with this new mod. Most people aren't deleting epic artisans though, so it's not something I have tried. So let's say I do have 6 total out of 60. If you have 10, 6 alts that you're doing this with, that means once every 10 days you have an epic artisan apply, roughly. If this rate I'm getting was the rate, the odds of getting an epic, there's no way we could test this by going through 60. We'd have to do this like on 50 to 100 nights and then take the averages. There's no way I can do that. It's well beyond what I'm capable of. Maybe on PC on the preview, you could do that. Spend an entire day just keep importing alts and testing. We're getting close. We only got a couple more. I think 4 more. Okay. Garbage. Garbage. I think it's 6. It might have been 5. Almost done. This is when I get excited. So I get to start playing the game. This is just a damn chore. Yep, this one and then the next one will be the last. Whoa, what's this? Said I had 2 applications, but I had 3 people apply. Maybe that's a bug. Maybe if you do it too fast, it will not recognize you deleting one of them or declining one of them. Oh, 7. Of course, and I don't care. I just went through 16 to get any of the companions or artisans I wanted, but we got 7 applications. It might have been 6 out of 60. So about a 1 in 10 chance. Just off this small sample test we did. Well, there you go. If you got any questions, comments, or ways to improve this, please comment below. Stay classy, Neverwinter. See you soon.